doing. The lights above us are not causing the resin to react. They're just keeping it in a nice case. We don't want sunlight hitting it because that will cause a reaction. It's a little different than UV. This is LED. And they're just getting the liner ready to load into our new drum here, our 125QL. So that's what they're doing. Ready? As they're working here, they're just kind of putting mineral oil lubricant on the liner and the coating, just so it makes it a little bit less friction. So as they turn the sock inside out, they're going to allow for the liner to properly make it easier and use less air pressure to turn inside out. Just so everyone knows, and hopefully that's not camera shot. We're going to go Facebook Live here in about 5 minutes. So it's kind of fun for everyone to say hi to Facebook as we go live here shortly. Aiden's putting the cuff onto our collar, and he's just getting it set up. And then we'll start talking about this system once they're finished getting it set up and ready to go for us to show you guys Blue Light live. And as I've been informed, we are now live on Facebook. Want to say hello to everyone out there on Facebook, and as well as at our plums at the Plumbers Hacks. Welcome to Wet Show 2019. My name is Jeff Urbanski, and here we are at HammerHead in Lucas Oil Stadium, and we're performing some Blue Light by HammerHead. Brand new for HammerHead, but technology that's been designed by contractors, installed by contractors, and proven for over 1 million feet in the ground, 50,000 installations worldwide. That's impressive to have a technology that's here finally that really can maximize the amount of money you're making as a customer, the amount of money you're saving as a municipality, and the efficiencies of putting this in the ground and rehabilitating sewer pipe. So what is Blue Light? Why does this work? A lot of times, and a lot of things we've been doing over the years is ambient cure resins. HammerHead, we offer those. We've been doing force cure resins, using hot water or steam to cure epoxies and other resins. But this concept kind of came along the ways, and a lot of us have been in dentist chairs. We're getting to filling. We're dealing with things in our mouth, and all of a sudden they take this blue light and they shove it in your mouth, and all of a sudden that tooth is all solid and it's hard. It's done. It's fast. Well, that technology is where this came from. And our partners at Arslof in Denmark, along with everyone at HammerHead, are proud to present this to you guys. What makes it different? Well, those two together make this very unique, but what really adds to it is the light that causes it to cure. It's not like UV. A lot of the things you're going to think about is, this is UV, right? No, this is LED. But specifically, the light is blue light. Blue light works at 450 nanometers for those that understand that. UV is a large spectrum of light. And it's kind of like, the best way to describe it is if you got your garden hose and you're spraying your hose and you're trying to water the yard. UV is a wide range. LED blue light is specific. It's like a laser beam. And really focus the intensity of this light in order to cure this liner quickly in a very efficient manner, so that you are making more money on the job site and you're getting more liners in the ground. Our partners across the seas are putting in at least 8 of these a day. 54 crews, 75 units. You do the math. It's impressive what you can do and how you can help your municipality be effective in rehabilitating infrastructure, while at the same time maximizing your dollars and your crews on a job site, because time is money. And one of the things we talk about is, if you saw our Facebook Live earlier this week, we wet out these liners ahead of time. One of the things that always concerns everybody is, when you wet out a liner, we got to go. We mix 2 components. What are we going to do? It's a sense of urgency. Well, not with this. As long as you keep it out of the sunlight or out of blue light, we can wet this out and relax. I mean, think about that. Now we're not panicked on a job. We're not rushing and making mistakes. Taking the mistakes out of the job. Very important. You can relax and get your job done and effectively rehabilitate that sewer. What's also unique, what we did with this drum, and Corey, if you point out those windows that are on there, we've also shielded them. The shields on there keep that light out of there, allowing for you to use our current HammerHead drums and not have the light go in there and cause a reaction. The other thing that's unique about this with the liner and all that is you'll see that it's set up in the wheel, and we're going to talk about the equipment, is we have a compressor out back. One thing is the light head gets warm. We're going to use air to cool our light head. Cool it down and keep it dry and not moist. Moisture will cause problems with electrical components. But at the same time, you get dry air, cool air, it will cause the reaction and allow the system to work efficiently. We can cure as fast as about 5 feet a minute on 4-inch. We can do from 4-inch all the way to 10-inch diameter pipe. So you have a variety of what you can do. What you're looking at here is our reel. Our reel here has a control box on the top. It's all touchscreen, computer controlled. QA/QC, where you take the thinking out of the equation. It will not fire up if the liner's not inverted and there's enough air pressure. It will not turn the light heads on if it's too hot. It makes sure that you don't make a mistake. It protects you. The other thing that we do for protecting our crews is we train people. You're going to be wearing unique glasses. Now, this is going to be contained, and it's not going to hurt anybody standing around here today. But let's say, for example, it comes out and you see it. It's kind of the same thing that you would use as a welder. It's the best way to describe it. Just glasses to protect your eyes. Not that big a deal, but this is what we use, and we allow our crews, and we offer this as a part of the system when you get into this. We have a variety of reels. Those reels come in different head sizes. We have 2 major different light heads. A smaller head allows you to do the 90-degree bends and 45s. We have a larger head that allows you to do longer distances a little bit quicker. That quicker speed allows you to get more in the ground. The computer system tells you how fast. You can't force feed it. When we train you, you're going to learn how the system works effectively to make sure that on your job site, you're getting the most productivity, but it's still safe. Safety's key. As the guys get this prepared, you ready to go, Corey? Why don't we invert this liner? Everything you do on lateral lining, it's the exact same thing. So the guys are going to fire this up, and we're going to get this started and get this inverted, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this as it goes through the pipe. So for those of you that have been in lateral lining, there is no difference. Just like you're going to do an ambient cure or you're going to do a forced cure with steam or hot water. They're going to invert the liner. Pressurize the drum. Control it going into the invert of the pipe. Could be through a toilet flange, could be through a hole that you excavated, could be in the front yard of someone's house. Whatever the access is, we're an industrial application. We'll find that access point, we'll get it in there. Corey's inverting the liner, it's going to come out to the other end. What Aiden's doing right now is just protect everyone here so that the light doesn't hit and hurt anybody's eyes. Kind of like, you know, we talk about gremlins, bright light, don't look at the light. It's kind of like poltergeist, don't look at the light. Liner's out. No different than what you're used to, but think about it. It's a single component resin. You're not mixing 2 parts. Single component. Photo initiated. At this point, they're going to shift the air. The air pressure is going to move from the inversion drum now through the blue light system. So the air now is forced down and it's coming through the head. The LED. And they're now going to get the system, and Corey's going to deploy it all the way down to the end of his liner. You can push this system, distances. If you're looking at laterals and things of that nature, you can go extreme distances. We have a reel that can go up to 328 feet today. A lot of applications you want to be able to push, you have the ability to pull if needed. He's going to push it down. And the cool thing he's looking at is there's a camera head integrated into that head, into that light head. He can see what's going on. They're looking and talking and know what's happening. They can see it cure. Think about that. You can actually see your liner cure. That's got merit. Now you can prove to the owner, here's what's happening, and here's the finished product. So Corey's going to, once he gets everything ready, air pressure and temperature, he's going to activate it. The blue light is now active. We are actively curing right now. This system is going live. Now, he's pulling back at about 4 or 5 feet a minute. Will the pipe get hot? The answer is yes. Think about it. This is intense light. It's forcing the light, and it's going through the felt, the coating, and the resin. And that light is causing the cure. We could be in the dead of winter. Where I'm from is out in Wisconsin. We've had 26 below zero the other day. We put our liners outside. Cloudy day, nothing happens. As soon as the sun or blue light hit it in that temperature, boom, it's set up that fast. Well, what about in the hot? I come from, someone comes from down in, let's say, Tucson, Arizona. It's hot out there. What's going to happen? Nothing. You can cook that liner. When you look at that, that's interesting. Heat does not cause the reaction. Heat does not cause the reaction. Only the photo initiation of the blue light. That spectrum of light causes that reaction, which allows you to control what's going on. Well, let's say you pulled it too fast somehow, or someone just yanked on it, or whatever happened, or you didn't get it to the end. Well, what happens to a liner that doesn't cure? Great question. Send the light back down. Our team was over with our friends over in Denmark, and what did they learn? They found a liner that had been sitting around for 6 months, hadn't cured. Sent the light back through it, caused a reaction and cured it. 6 months later, think about that. That's a comfort that you don't find in a lot of lining systems today. What's happening right now is Aiden slowly, as the wheels have engaged and it's drawing it back because the computer system's doing it, he's just keeping everything clean and neat. Remember, we put mineral oil in there. We want to keep our system clean. Maintenance is a big deal, especially with the light head. The outside of that light head has got glass on it with the LEDs on the inside. So when that comes out, you want to treat it with care, you want to wipe it down, you want to get any oils or anything off it. So if the light reflects and hits an oil, like that oil would not be good, it can burn the LEDs out. It's about maintenance. We have to be sure that we're maintaining our equipment properly to get the maximum effect and the maximum longevity out of the equipment. You hear the air coming out? Liner's warming up. I don't find out where it is. It's already curing here. It's already warm. You're welcome to touch the pipe if you wish. There it is going. It's just going along the process. It's curing as you go. Think about it. We didn't use steam, didn't have to hook that up. We didn't use water and had to fill it up. And ambient we'd be still freaking out to make sure we got it in place. But what we got going is warmed up. And once it's done, you let it cool, take everything out, move to the next job site. The light itself causes the reaction, and then it superheats. Pretty cool what's going on here. We have a variety of systems. We have a lot of different people. If you see someone with HammerHead on, you need some questions answered, we'll be happy to answer those. This is almost done, and then everyone's welcome to touch it and see where it's at. The light's already passed here.
You'll hear the alarm in a second.
Yep, so he's already in here. That's how fast we cured that. That liner's done. Now you move on to the next project. Or another line in that house. Away you go. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Well, what I'd like to also do while I'm on Facebook Live, thank Plumbers Hacks for allowing us to do this. That was great. Thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to everyone at HammerHead. Hey, you guys make this happen just as much as we do. Thank you so much. And live from the Wet Show, HammerHead 2019. Have fun.